All right, man. Welcome to the Real Sports Podcast, the ultimate podcast for football fans. We're here to bring you all the latest NFL scores in depth, college football news, and some exclusive HBCU news. This panel of knowledgeable experts dives into the nitty-gritty of the game, discussing everything from highlights and analysis to player matchups, the team strategies. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for some great conversation and some expert opinions and a whole lot of football. So don't miss a beat, ladies and gentlemen, as we give you sports to talk about right here on the Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for being here with us on this Tuesday night. Wherever in the world you are right now, this is your ultimate destination for the inside scoop on NFL scores and in-depth college football news and reviews and exclusive HBCU news. Whether it's analysis or expert opinions or in-depth conversations, we're about to dive into some exhilarating world of football, breaking down the game like never before. From nerve-wracking NFL scores and college football news to the unsung heroes of the HBCU news. We got your back. We got it all right here. So allow me to introduce you guys to the experts. They are the reason that we are here today. They are the engine that make this thing run. They are the Sports Podcast panel. Panel. I might as well start with them. One lashing across the back. Representing America's team still. America's team. We them boys still. Running it down in AT&T Stadium. And they are the 5-time Super Bowl champions. They're the Dallas Cowboys. It's my main man. It's my fishing partner. I ain't gonna say don't cross the street because Brock Purdy did it. Wall Street's in the building.
Yeah, host. We took a butt whooping this weekend, Cowboy Nation. But don't fret. There is precedent for taking a good ass whooping early and winning late. So that's what I'm gonna hang my hat on, host.
Yeah, so you got beat by a great team.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, got beat by a great team, man. All right, man. My main man is cooling up there. He's cooling. And he represents the Raider Nation, the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders. The autumn win is here. The Las Vegas Raiders. He is the Lou Gehrig of the Real Sports Podcast. This man is over 200 episodes himself, and he's doing it again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my man, Young Mark.
What's going on, peoples? I recall on Saturday, every single member of the Real to Sports podcast panel picked the Green Bay Packers to win. And I'm not sure what happened, but one thing I do know is when you have terrible coaches, and after you get terrible coaches, you get great players. You have a dysfunctional organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.
Let's go. I hope we keep it up. Keep it up. Boy, goddamn, hope we keep it up. Last but not least, the jewelry store. He is the jewelry store, waving his terrible towel and the steel, representing the Steel City. And they are the six-time Super Bowl champion, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, he is still the Real Sports NBA Trivia champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a good day, all day, every day, to be the Deuce.
Always, man. Hey, somewhere right now, Drew to the game and Zay Flowers on the jug machine trying to figure out how to catch a pass. And they might as well get Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, and Mark Andrews right there in line with them, boy. Hey, I got 2 words for you. TJ Watt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that dude was a nightmare, bro. That dude was a nightmare. Boy,
Let's go.
Oh, man. This is on the chain, man. TJ Watt. Oh, boy.
Still
respect.
Yeah, boy. I respect you, bro.
They score
I
8.
don't understand it, but I respect it.
Yeah, that's a fact. What you say, Street?
Bryce threw 3 touchdowns.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
they got blown out, but he still threw some touchdowns.
Wait, so the
5
short
yards.
quarterback
I mean,
that
it was
Street
5.
hasn't liked scored more touchdowns than the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
That's another legend.
This feels so much better when all Mark's energy is towards someone else. You know,
Dude, so just wait till we get to your game during the reviews, my brother. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, dog.
Hey, brother.
I got a lot to say about that game.
Say something. The end result was what?
You got to do it.
Hey, you say what you want, but they can't say they won. That's all I know.
I got you.
Oh, man. Who else is in the line? Oh. What up, John Stove?
Yeah.
What up, Stove?
Stove, got you. Got you last night, Brian. Got you. Got you.
Yeah, pop.
Nah, Stove. I ain't gonna even sit here and gloat on that one, bro.
I would.
I ain't gonna gloat on that one. Sojo, my man. Ooh, Sojo. There he is. There you go. There you go. Go ahead and get him.
Sojo got on me real bad. He let the street slide.
Go ahead. Sojo gonna end up sweeping the whole podcast panel, ain't he?
He been giving me gifts all weekend.
He got cute to hog in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, they don't stand a chance.
I'm glad we'll see him.
He ain't got a chance.
We'll see him, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
That's okay. We'll see him again.
Word. Philly G. First the South Street.
I'm tired of them Philadelphia Eagle fans this week.
Let's get this one on. No, Mark go get you. I'm out there, bro. Mark can get you.
I mean, I just want to know, like, how does it feel to have a 36-year winning streak come to an end because your quarterback can't keep the ball going to the right team? I just want to know how that felt. Because that interception to Robert Spillane was just horrible.
He showed us a lot of love.
That was bad. I wish Kenny Pickett would have done that, but that was bad. That was bad.
So they'll say nobody. Nah.
He ain't lying about that. He ain't lying about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, Debo.
I mean, I know a team that would love another shot at them 49ers. Come on back to Allegiant Stadium, bro. We got unfinished business.
Oh, gotta go.
Hey, bro. Hey. We had them beat we had them on the ropes, dead to rights,
Yeah, we did.
beat.
Yeah, we did.
I want another
We
crack
went
at it.
overtime with them. We
Yeah.
went overtime with them. Yeah.
I
Was
want
that
another
this-
shot.
That killers.
Nah,
Shit.
it wasn't this year.
That's
Nah, it
some
wasn't
ass
this
this year, bro.
I talking about 3 years ago, man.
No, we played them
last
last year.
Last year.
Okay.
Yeah, we went overtime with him. Brock Purdy. Same team.
It was, I believe, that was the first game post Derek Carr. Thanks, Deuce.
No, same
No
team,
problem.
man.
Anytime.
He's a young fella. We're in the building stage. Oh yeah. He definitely he gonna be all right. Yeah.
He only played
I think he is.
He only
too.
played 6 games.
Yeah. Yeah, he gonna be all right. He got to go through some more off season, some more camps and stuff. Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. I like Jordan. I like these young quarterbacks. They're keeping their pose. They're poised. Richardson, Love, Stroud, and of course Jalen Hurts. Them dudes, you just can't rattle them guys. I like it. I like it. Can't rattle them. Still, they played well. Yeah, Stidham.
Yeah, Jared Stidham.
Yeah, Stidham. Yeah, we went overtime. It was steady.
Yeah,
They beat us. What was it? 36-30? No, 33-36. They beat us.
yeah.
They beat us 33-36.
Definitely won 42-10 though. Host, know that much.
I didn't whoop us like that. No, we didn't.
Max Crosby did. Max Crosby and my newfound friend Robert Spillane sure did. Well, that's another story.
Well,
So
thank
now,
God
you
for
like,
that.
now you like Robert Spillane all of a sudden.
I ain't know
He
nothing
came
about
to the
him, bro.
dark side, bro. Like, of course I like him. If you abandon the worst organization in sports and come to the Raiders, I'm of course you gonna be my dog.
To the worst
it's a reason he couldn't play there no more, sir. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And soon you will find out.
Yeah, well, hey, whatever. Hey, yeah.
Oh,
Wait till-
Philly G. Philly
Wait
G.
till you can make him have to cover, Mark. Then you'll be wanting to send him back over there.
Word. Spillane.
Couldn't cover you with a blanket.
Appreciate that, you Deuce. I mean, he's at the right place at the right time, but it's not even here or there. Not even here or there. Again, thank everybody for watching the show and all 24 countries around the world that is watching us live, watching these 3 guys right here do what they do right here on the show. We're going to get to these 3 guys in a minute. We're going to get to one of them, though, because guess what? We got college football news, and it is coming from Mr. Young Mark.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of On the Mark. It's time to kick it into high gear and cover some college football. And all I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because this is going to be unquestionably the craziest episode of On the Mark I've ever done in my Real to Sports Podcast career. We're going to go ahead and get into it, start off with the good. We had a top 10 upset on Saturday. Number 12, Oklahoma. They beat the number 3 ranked Texas Longhorns in the Red River rivalry. One thing that you don't always get with a Lincoln Riley-led team is good defense. They're prolific on offense, but the defense is always lacking. They replaced him with Brett Venables, who's a defensive-minded coach. And like the old saying goes, defense wins championships. Oklahoma stopped Texas on 4th down, made him kick a field goal. Then they drove down the field and they scored a game-winning touchdown with 14 seconds left in the game. Shout out to my rivals from the 405. They had Baker Mayfield in attendance cheering them on, so that's probably what led them to victory. So shout out to the Sooners. All right. Now we're going to get into the bad part of the weekend. If you watch Sports to Talk About on the Real Sports Talk Show on Saturday, you heard me say at the end of the show, I'm making an executive decision. Deuce and the host are now going to be the defensive coordinators in Maryland. The reason I said that was Maryland played Ohio State really tough. They were up 17-10 in the 3rd quarter, and then the wheels fell off. Why did the wheels fall off? 2nd and 33, you're going up against Ohio State. You know who's getting the ball. Marvin Harrison Jr. Why in the hell would you leave him single covered and let them pick up a 2nd and 33, bro?
Mm.
And not to mention, later on in the game, my man was running down the field wide open, nobody within 5 yards of him. When Maryland took the coverage off of Marvin Harrison Jr., that's what lost in the game. They fell to Ohio State 37-17. Somebody need to get up there and show them boys how to play defense. So I'm calling on Deuce to help me out with that. And Host too. I know they both got defensive minds.
Hey Deuce, you be the coordinator. I'll just back you up, brother.
Now, getting to one of the worst coaching decisions I think I've ever witnessed in my recent time here as a football fan. This next decision puts John Staley and Josh McDaniels to shame. Everybody knows the famous play, the miracle at the Meadowlands, right? The Giants fumbled the ball late in the game. Herman Edwards picks it up, scores a touchdown. That play is legendary. And ever since then, teams have gotten into the habit of going into the victory formation. Your quarterback takes a knee, you run the clock out, and you go home. Apparently, Mario Cristobal and the Miami Hurricanes did not get the memo. They were up 20-17 with 30 seconds left in the game. Georgia Tech had no timeouts.
Yes,
Common sense would tell you, take the knee and go home.
Word.
But no, Mario Cristobal decides to hand the ball off. The running back fumbles. Georgia Tech then gets the ball, and they score a touchdown with 1 second left in the game. And they win the game 23-20. So I don't know what defensive decision was worse. Maryland leaving Marvin Harrison Jr. single covered, or
Miami
not taking a knee.
Yeah.
And what added salt onto the wound, ladies and gentlemen, what makes this even worse, this isn't the first time Mario Cristobal has done this as a head coach. He did it back in 2018 at Oregon in a game against Stanford. This is twice he ignored conventional football wisdom and tried to run the ball instead of taking the victory and going on home. So Mario Cristobal, if you're listening, man, please hop on NFL Plus. You can watch the Miracle at the Meadowlands 1 game in its entirety and watch what happened at the end of that game. And notice how you never see a team trying to do that ever since. Come on, man.
That's crazy as hell.
And to wrap things up, y'all know how we get down on the mark. I try to find a crazy score from the world of football to bring to you guys. And this week we're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna go to high school. We're gonna go down to the high school level, right here in the great state of North Carolina. Over the weekend on Friday, there was a game between the Pender Patriots of Burgard, North Carolina. They went up against the Hopton football team from Newton Grove, North Carolina. And if you like defense, like Deuce and the Host, please close your eyes and cover your ears. The final score of this game, 106-83. This is a football game, not a basketball game. It ended 100.
What? Say the score again?
106-83 in a football game. I am not making this up, ladies and gentlemen.
Mark, any idea on the classification of these high schools?
Word. Can I get some stats?
Let me see if I can find that for you, Deuce.
Holy
But this game was nuts. It is the highest scoring high school football game in the history of North Carolina. We had on the Pendleton side, they had a pair of junior running backs. They both scored 11 touchdowns. They combined for 11 touchdowns. Going into the game, they scored 10. For Hopton, the team that lost, their quarterback threw 6 touchdowns, and they had a running back score 4 on the ground. So this game was wild. They combined for 69 points in the first quarter, not the first half, not through 3 quarters, 69 points. And here's the real kicker to this game, ladies and gentlemen. The game actually didn't get a chance to be finished. The stadium ran out of power with time left in the fourth quarter, so the score could have been worse. But thankfully, the power went out, and they decided to end the game. But yeah, we had a game go 106-83. Dudes, if you give me a couple of seconds, I'll see if I can find the classification of those schools for you. But I think that's the wildest score I've ever seen in my life. Like I was saying to myself, like, the defense played in this game is the equivalent to the NBA All-Star game. I just got to know from my two defensive-minded folks, what's the next practice going to look like for either one of these teams? If you're the defensive coordinator or head coach.
Ooh, hey, I'm just following Deuce.
If I'm
Whatever
if
Deuce
I'm
say.
if I'm the head coach, I know my defensive coordinator won't be at practice that day. He gotta find a new job. You gotta find a new job.
Rock said, "What the score again?"
The score was 106 to 83.
What?
Is it
What was
the
going-
7 league?
What was
Say it
going?
again, Street.
Is it the 7-on-7 league?
No, man, that was a straight 11-on-11 tackle football game.
Man,
GC, what's up, GC?
my dog,
What up,
man.
G?
What's
up,
going
G?
on, man?
What's up,
G?
G?
504.
504. What's up, boy? Word,
But
word.
that's on the mark for this week, host. I promise you, chaos and I don't know how we're gonna top that one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a score more crazy than that the rest of the year, maybe the rest of my life. But back to you, host.
Yes, sir.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Man, boy, hey, scores is outrageous. Jesus, hey.
Hey, it's the fact that dude said like so smooth and so calm. My defensive coordinator would need a new job.
Yeah, he needed a job.
I promise you he wouldn't be there Monday. I promise.
Yeah, man.
Will he make it out of the stadium? That's the real question.
Hey, bro, we
He'd have made it out, but he'd have found his own transportation home.
Hey, we got to whoop his ass in the parking lot. Goddamn. Jump out the school bus. Wham.
And I'm calling the janitors at the school. Go ahead and turn the lights on
Yeah,
at the
bro.
field because we about to practice some more.
Yeah. Let's start it up. Gridiron game. Let's do it in the
That's
dark.
crazy,
Let's go.
bro. That's what I'm saying.
God damn. Appreciate Young Mark, man. What's the college
Yes,
football
sir.
news? Oh, man. All right, man. Everybody stay tuned, man, because we got HBCU news coming from the HBCU expert himself, the Deuce.
Juicing it up with HBCU News, brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Appreciate you, host. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, man. It's gonna be a little bit of a roller coaster ride as far as emotions concerned on this episode of Juicing It Up. A week ago today, October 3rd, there was a shooting on the campus of Morgan State University. Approximately 9:27 p.m., Morgan State University Police Department heard and responded to shots fired around the Thurgood Marshall Residence Hall and Murphy Fine Arts Center on the campus of Morgan State. At first, the law enforcement personnel on the scene discovered individuals who sustained injuries. There were 5 individuals, 4 male and 1 female, who were transported to the hospital after suffering what believed to be 9 life-threatening injuries. I think that's the silver lining and out of all of this. No one lost their life, but it's just we gotta put these guns down, man. There's no reason for this. There's nothing that's worth anybody losing their life. The shooter or any of these students. Some of them, I think 4 of them were identified as students. 1 of them was not. It was also their homecoming. This was a unsanctioned homecoming party. And this is not the first time that Morgan State has had this. A year ago during homecoming, there was a shooting as well on Morgan State University's campus. And like I said, it was their homecoming. All homecoming festivities were canceled from that point on, including the football game. They did not play. Bowie State offered tickets to any of the students from Morgan State that wanted to come and participate in their homecoming festivities. But from what I've heard, that it was a very grim feeling on that campus, and most students went home that weekend. So Just want to send out some prayers to all the families and everybody that was affected by this. Like I said, it's going to be a roller coaster emotionally for what I'm about to go to. Try to pick you up a little bit. Jaquavius Richmond, Grambling linebacker, was hospitalized on September 9th after suffering a neck injury against LSU. But now, not only is this brother walking, there was a video that surfaced of this brother doing the squats. So JQ has been in high spirits since it happened. He's been in Baton Rouge in the hospital since then. And the beautiful thing about HBCU football, if you know anything about the rivalry between Southern and Grambling, you'll understand it's like a brother-sister type of rivalry, or that cousin that you don't see all the time. You know, it's love and hate. You know, you love that person all the way up until Thanksgiving weekend when the Bayou Classic is played. So with him being in Baton Rouge, he was visited by Southern University's football team, some players from the team, Coach Dooley, some members of the band, some of the dancing dolls, the SGA president also visited him, all with gifts and just to shower him with love and let him know that his cousins, his HBCU cousins right down the road were thinking about him, kept him in their prayers, and that they loved him, which was something that was beautiful to see, man. They even made jokes about recruiting him, and, you know, JQ just let him know, hey, in November, I'm going to be there, and we going to beat y'all, is what he said. So shout out to Jaquavius Richmond. Shout out to that brother, man. Hey, keep going. You know, wishing you all the best on your recovery. Now, to the reason we're all here, we're going to get to some football, man. So I had 3 games that I wanted to keep my eye on this weekend. The first one being Grambling versus Alcorn. I told you guys that Alcorn has scheduled Grambling for their homecoming, and that's just not something I thought you should do. You don't usually schedule that G coming in. I don't care how bad they are. They get up to play you when they feel disrespected.
Facts.
And they came to play. That defense came to play. Grambling played Alcorn. They came up a little short. They lost 25-24. Their quarterback, Miles Crowley, went 14 for 27 with 233 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions, which is probably the biggest part of the game where things started to crumble. One of those was a pick 6. And the last one was actually the interception to seal the game. He's only thrown 4 on the year, host, and he threw 3 last Saturday. So it kind of shows you that, you know, it's not really like him. He's not a guy that puts the ball in harm's way very often. But that Alcorn Braves defense made him uncomfortable all night. He was throwing off his back foot, and that's what you get. And then on the other side, Mr. Aaron Allen went 20 for 31 with 248 yards. And the stats were opposite. He had 3 touchdowns for 1 interception. So, you know, when you can do it like that, it's going to be hard to beat. The game still went down to the wire. Grambling wound up having the ball last. Like I said, they drove the ball down, and Miles Crawley turned the ball over on a long ball. He threw over to Lyndon Rash, and it was intercepted by a true freshman cornerback. So that brother made a memory that he's not going to soon forget. Homecoming weekend, one-handed game winner.
The biggest game in his life.
I'm sure he had a great homecoming following that. Like I said, Grambling defense forced 2 turnovers and an interception. One of those fumbles was to begin the game, and it resulted in a touchdown. Their running back fumbled it in the end zone, and Grambling fell on it for a touchdown. And Alcorn also forced 3 turnovers. They were all interceptions by Miles Crowley. The second game, even I had my man Mark watching this one, man, and I actually got to be there in person. Southern versus FAMU, man, and it's always an atmosphere like no other. Usually both bands are there, the Human Jukebox and the Marching 100. But last year when Southern went down to play FAMU, it was coming off of a butt whooping they received from Jackson State, and they were a little sad, so they didn't bring the band. And FAMU didn't like that. It was their homecoming last year, and they didn't forget about that. So when it was time to come back to play them in Baton Rouge, the Marching 100 stayed at home. So they didn't bring their band. They're playing this game. Hopefully we can settle all this next year. When they play, we can get both bands and have the true atmosphere. But going into this game, Southern was 0-3 against FAMU in the last 3 meetings. They haven't beaten them in a very long time. And I hate to say, but things did not change on Saturday. Another game that went down to the wire, but FAMU pulled it out 26-19. Jim Musa threw the ball all over the yard. He was 31 for 53 with 325 yards and 2 touchdowns. Harold Blood had a very quiet night. He only threw 19
that name again, Harold Blood.
He was 11 for 19, 190 yards with 1 touchdown. CJ Russell had 7 carries, 24 yards for 2 touchdowns for Southern. So they didn't really run the ball well. Nobody's numbers jumped off the page, but this kid got into the end zone twice. Now, I will say this, going into the fourth quarter, it was a crazy environment down there in Baton Rouge. So Southern is got on the train with everybody of how they turn the lights off. Georgia did it. People do that and they turn the lights off. Well, Southern put their own little twist on it. Not only do the lights go off, but they light the stadium up at blue. And when they play those night games, man, it's crazy. So I got a little video I want to show y'all, and I want you to feel it. I want you to feel what I felt when I was in the stadium.
Let's go.
And slowly became one of the leading sports associations in the world.
Yeah.
So, chills.
If you don't know what's going on, man, right before the fourth quarter, most teams hold up the 4s. They usually have a meeting at the 50, both teams, amongst each other, and the coach gives them some kind of hype speech or anything like that. Well, it was chippy the whole night, and both teams came out to the hashes. And they let each other know that this fourth quarter was going to be war. It was going to be a battle. And Coach Willie Simmons even said that he was terrified at that point when the lights went out because he didn't know what was about to happen. Both teams were at the hashes. The sheriff's office had to come out and get in between both teams. And it just set off the vibe for the rest of the fourth quarter. It was chippy. It was hard fought. It was a great environment, man. So if you missed that one, you missed the game. And my last one, going down to the Division II rankings. I've been following this Division II team. I've told y'all about them over and over. But it was Benedict versus Miles College. And both the teams came into this game undefeated in SIAC play.
Wow.
And Benedict pulled it off again. They upset Miles 27-24. And Benedict was up 21-3 at half. So they actually, held off a great rally by the Miles Tigers. Miles quarterback, they played 2 quarterbacks for some reason. Cameron Ivory went 11 for 14, 173 yards and 2 touchdowns.
173?
173 yards.
Damn.
Edwin Kleinpeter had 10 passes for 10 completions, 20 out of 24, 90 yards and interception. So I don't know what that looked like. I didn't personally watch the game. Not many Division II games are televised, but something went wrong. All right. Mr. Brandon Hicks had 14 carries for 49 yards for Miles. So nothing jumping off the page there. Benedict's quarterback didn't have a crazy night either, though. Aeneas Dennis went 21 for 37, 286 yards, 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions. So it's safe to say that some defense was played in this ball game. But Noah Scotland, the running back for Benedict, had 12 carries, 70 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Benedict improved to 6-0. They're 6-0 on the season, 4-0 in conference play. And right now they're the head and shoulders favorite to win the SIAC. I don't really see anybody beating them. I thought Miles College was going to be the bully down there, and Benedict just showed us that they're still here to play. Miles College is 4-2. The other loss came to a Division I team in University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, who played them very, very tough. They played Pine Bluff very tough in Pine Bluff, and they lost by 1 point. And now they're 3-1 in conference play. So I just look forward to seeing both teams play. They got my eye on them down there in the Division II. The SIAC has a little special place in my heart with one of my brothers, one of my best friends playing there over at Kentucky State. So I kind of root for K-State, but I don't see nobody beating either one of these two teams right now. But yeah, man, that's it, bro. That's all I got for you. It's been an interesting week, and it's coming down the stretch. It's the Wild West over in the SWAC West. There's a 3-way tie for first. And everybody has beat everybody, So hopefully the season comes down to the Bayou Classic, You know, like I said, it's the 50th anniversary of the Bayou Classic. The game is the best when both teams are playing for something. So if it comes down to who's going to represent the West in the SWAC championship, and it comes down to that game in New Orleans, don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's a nationally televised game. You ain't got no excuse for not watching it. You don't have to go to ESPN Plus. It'll be on NBC. You gotta check it out. I'm telling you, it's gonna be one.
What day is it? What day is that, Deuce?
It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving. I think that's the 25th this year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. That Thursday, like I said, this is like playing your cousins and your family, because literally I'm with my family who some went to Southern, some went to Grambling on that Thursday. Then that Friday, like my parents, for example, they don't talk. They don't talk after Thursday. All right. My dad went to Grambling, my mom went to Southern, graduated. They graduated from these institutions.
There you go.
And they don't talk from Friday until after that game is over on Saturday. And my mom's birthday is usually right around that. So it's always a fun experience, man. We'll be in New Orleans from that Friday, checking out that Sunday. Check out the parade, the Battle of the Bands and the Step Show, the game, the banquet, all of that. And it's just an awesome experience, bro. So
oh man, you gotta love it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta love it, man. Family. Oh man, that's awesome. Mom, dad,
hey man,
football.
look,
God damn, that's crazy.
we got a sign that we put out every week before. It says "House Divided," and it is not a lie. When I say they don't talk from Friday to Saturday after that game is over, 3-4 o'clock, don't talk, host. I'm not making this up.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
I'm not making this up. Yeah,
that's crazy.
So, that's all I got for you, host. I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all for always giving me this platform to shine a light on these HBCUs, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Deucing It Up with HBCU News, brought to you by the Real to Sports podcast.
Oh man, boy, the Deuce
Shout out to you,
household.
Deuce.
Yeah, boy, the Deuce
You
household
made
gonna
me
be
a
rolling.
huge fan of HBCU football.
You ain't
I
kidding,
told
bro.
him that instead of watching Coach Prime, I'm watching Southern. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
man. And the beautiful part is you get just as good of a game.
Yeah,
you know, obviously there's not 4 and 5 stars running around there all the time, but the pride that comes behind those institutions, man, is like no other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's when the legacies like Miles Crawley, the quarterback for Grambling, for example, he went to Alabama State and kind of got lost in the shuffle. Mm-hmm. And his dad went to Grambling. You know, his family, his dad is from Grambling, not just went there, but from that small town. You know what I mean? So him coming back to play there is just, I'm sure, a dream come true for him. And he's been able to put his talent on display and go up there and ball. So it's kind of a different pride you walk around with when, there's some family ties and, your pops was there as well. So it's different.
More so.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
That's why it's the beauty of HBCU. I want an HBCU guy, man, to Deuce came. So now I'm like, damn, I didn't know all this was going on. Like, God damn, it's very interesting, man. If you want to get into
and it makes it even better when you watch the league. You watch like Wall Street, you get to watch the Cowboys and you see Marquise Bell, and you're like, I don't remember hearing his name. You go look him up and you see, oh, he went to FAMU. Or you're watching the Rams and you see the Kobe Durant. You're like, who the hell is this kid? You see, he went to South Carolina State. Or, you see Shaq Leonard, who's a Pro Bowler, Javon Hargrave, and you realize that all those dudes were produced by HBCUs, you know what I'm saying? They didn't have to go Power 5 and people found them, you know what I'm saying? So the talent's everywhere.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Talent everywhere. HBCU news is important. I love it. And again, I appreciate no, Deuce. We appreciate you, brother, bringing it.
Oh, yeah.
Bringing it, and Young Mark for bringing that, college football as well.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got to answer Deuce's question real quick.
Yes, sir.
Those two schools I mentioned, Deuce, are 2A high schools in North Carolina, and I've checked an update. Neither one of the defensive coordinators have been fired as of yet.
Boom.
Well, Matt Canada's still in Pittsburgh, so I guess I understand.
Yeah, them small schools they be like the math teacher and the head coach. They be
That's why
Yeah.
I asked, because my high school was 5A, and we ain't never, because my high school was 5A, and we ain't never, I done got beat before, but I ain't never had somebody put 106 on me.
106, you crazy in the mug. I'm clipping somebody.
Yeah, for sure. So you go eject me. They might
Right.
finish, but I ain't gonna be there.
I'm out, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna take somebody out with me. Hell no. All right, man. Deuce had deuced it up with HBCU News. Young Mark, we're on the mark with college football news. And guess what? I got the scores right here. All right, man. Get into these scores real quick here. I go down the list of week 5. Week 5. Let's just start this thing off, man. Of course, you know, Thursday night game. We had the Chicago Bears beating the Washington Commanders by the score of 40-20. Oh, London game. The Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars come on top of the Buffalo Bills in London, 25-20. Shout out to Rockstar Rock, giving out receipts like a mother. Get them receipts out, Rockstar Rock. We owe you one. Jacksonville came to play. The Atlanta Falcons get the win over the Houston Texans, 21-19. The Detroit Lions, they defeat the Carolina Panthers, 42-24. Carolina still winless. The Indianapolis Colts, they beat the Tennessee Titans in the AFC South Division game, 23-16. The Miami Dolphins, they defeat the New York Giants, 31-16. The New Orleans Saints put the goose egg on the New England Patriots, 34-zip. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they defeat the Baltimore Ravens 17-10 in the AFC North Division game. The Cincinnati Bengals get back on track as they defeat the Arizona Cardinals 34-20. The Philadelphia Eagles remain undefeated as they beat the Los Angeles Rams 23-14. And the New York Jets, they also get back on track as they defeat the Denver Broncos 31-21 as Nathaniel Hackett gets his revenge. All right, man, let's get to one more, sorry. The Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, we got it, right? Kansas City Chiefs. They beat the Minnesota Vikings 27-20. Now, Sunday night's game. Sunday night's game. The Dallas Cowboys, they went to Levi's Stadium to take on the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. And the Cowboys came up way, way short by the score of 42-10 in a big, big rival game in the past. Cowboys goes 3-2, and the 49ers remain undefeated, 5-0, as the 49ers and the Eagles are the only two undefeated teams in the National Football League right now. So to review this game, let's not go ahead and wait too long. Let's go ahead and go to Streets. Streets, he came up really, really short. Go ahead, give me this. What you got? Give me what you got about this game, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, there's not a lot you can say when you get beat 42-10. So it's not a lot of excuses. I just don't think we're good enough yet, man. You know, of course, y'all already know I ain't the biggest Dak Prescott fan anyway. You know, and I think it starts there, man. It starts with the quarterback. I just don't think he's good enough, man. I really don't. I don't think he's good enough. His better days were way back in like 2016. You know what I mean? He has spot games, but every time there is a big time game for Dak to play, he lose. I mean, I can't remember a big game he won since, like I said, his rookie season. So, man, I really lost faith in Dak. My faith has always been shaken. And I don't like when my quarterback make me have that feeling like we were going to lose. Y'all might not believe this, But I told my sister in the first 2 minutes, I said, man, look at Dak Prescott on the bench. Man, he looks scared already. I said, we're going to lose this game. We probably get blown out. That's what I told baby in the first 2 minutes. And that's what happened, man. I just don't believe he's good enough. I think my defense talked too much, starting with Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
He talked too much, man.
Yeah.
I'm old school, man, and my wife tells me that I can't multitask, and most men I know have a hard time multitasking.
That's
So
true.
I don't like Micah Parsons doing podcasts and all this mess while the season going on. After every game, got a podcast and talking about other teams and shit.
Yeah.
Now, what we doing here?
Right.
Lock in, man. And some people might agree with this, but I think we need to start playing them at linebacker, man. I think
Yeah.
fighting the ass to play against the run, play the end against the run.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a great run stopper on the end, and let him rush the passer on passing downs. But I think we need to put him back there with Van Der Esch and them boys, and let's use that speed to come down, because we're getting banged up at linebacker, man. We got Bell back there playing linebacker, and you see what happened. Hit him on the crossing route and burned him. So I don't like it. I don't like the way my team looking. I think we're talking too much. But I'm not going to throw it all out the window, y'all, because I have precedent of teams getting mollywopped during the season and then coming back and getting their revenge later. It happened to us that year. Actually, it happened to us when we beat the Giants twice that year we had T.O. We whooped the Giants both times in the regular season, smacked them around, and got in the playoffs and got pop bombed. And that's the year the Giants went on to win the Super Bowl. So it can happen. In 2010, Mark Sanchez and them boys, I looked this one up. They went up there. The Pats beat the brakes off of them earlier that season, 45-3, and they came later on in the season and popped them in the playoffs. So it can happen. I just think that we got to get back to basics, and Mike McCarthy got to get back to calling some better. I don't think my players are that good, man. I don't think our receiving core is that great, man. I really don't. You know what I mean? I don't think we're that great. I don't think we get a lot of separation, and I don't think that dog at wide receiver. I like Lamb, but I'm not in love with CeeDee Lamb as a football player. I think he's out a little too much, and I just don't see him as that upper echelon wide receiver. I really don't. So,
well, let me ask you this real quick, Street. Now you talk about the defense and him going, Michael Parsons going back to linebacker. So I mean, yeah, two linebacker set. I agree with you. He needs to go back to two linebacker set. And go to a 5-2. And then Dallas is a man-to-man team. Yeah, man-to-man team.
I think we play too much man-to-man. I don't think you can play. I do not think we have the talent to play that offense.
But you don't have the speed. You don't have the speed for a cover two. You don't have the speed for a cover two, though.
Man, we was lost out there, especially without Diggs. I don't think we should play man-to-man. I think we should play zone against them boys and keep our eyes on the quarterback, because we were dropping coverage, man. They was running wide open.
Yeah.
If you're running
man-to-man,
the defender should be in the picture when he catch the ball. If you're playing man-to-man, these dudes was wide open. I mean, I don't know what was going on with our defense out there, man. We look terrible. And your boy, we ain't never played them this bad. We lost to them twice, but damn.
Yeah.
This was just a total, but what I think is one we needed, man. Because I think as far as the Cowboys being this big brand, I think we hype our players up better than what they really are. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
I think Carson's good, but they be trying to compare him to
Lawrence Taylor.
Shit, he ain't no Lawrence Taylor, man.
No.
Lawrence Taylor don't go 3 games against a team.
Man, no. I got to see that dude. Lord have mercy.
I'm about Parsons too, man. Too much talk.
Woo. Yeah, boy.
The more I talk about it, the hotter I get, host.
I feel you, bro, because that's some big shoes to fill. Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah, he ain't
that dude.
This dude is not no Lawrence Taylor.
No,
I don't think he's stout enough against the run. To me, I don't think he's stout enough against the run, especially playing. Everybody not going to be, that left tackle we played against the 49ers. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get carried away too much. But I still think we need to start playing him at linebacker a little bit more, man.
Okay. Philly G said one thing about Street that I respect. He keeps it real.
Yeah.
Preach, Wall Street. Not a lot of Dallas fans will admit Dak is bad. That's true.
Terrible.
You know what? And speaking of Smiley.
Man, he got the yips, man.
Where you at, Smiley? Where's all these high bottom guys? How about the Cowboy? Where y'all at now? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Dak, man.
Where y'all at? All these how about them? When y'all win, boy, y'all come in here in this live chat and be like, how about them? How about them Cowboys? Where y'all at? I'm gonna lose a lot of viewers now, but oh well. I call y'all out. Oh, Sojo said a lot of talk.
Too much talk, man. Too much. DeMarcus Lawrence yelling and talking
Yeah,
about
he wilding. He's wilding.
talk, man. The
Yeah,
owner talk too much. The players talk too damn much.
Oh, I know who that is. That's your boy, Mark, ain't it?
Yes, sir. What up, dog?
Devontae, what's up, man? in the Real Sports group.
Yes, sir.
That gives a lot of presents.
He do, man. I couldn't believe it, man.
Oh, damn. How about them Niners?
I'm telling you, man. He looked scared, man. His eyes was all glassy and wide. I said, damn, dang, what day? He in a line before the game? What's going on with him?
Yeah, and he was sweating profusely. He was sweating profusely, boy.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Yeah, good Lord, man.
It's all good. We'll see. Hey, look, like I say, man, we got a tough ass schedule too, host. I looked at
Yeah, you do.
dogs coming up.
Yeah, you do.
So, you know, we just gonna
Yeah.
pull what we out, man, right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think this latter part of this, I mean not latter, sorry, this part of the season is starting to get starting to shake up a little. Now we're finna get ready to start seeing who gonna make it and who ain't.
We got Buffalo, we got the Dolphins, we got the Eagles twice, we got the Chargers, we got Detroit.
You just better get ready, brother.
Man, all these teams are, you know, playing good ball.
I gotta give it to you though, Street. I mean, you sitting here, boy. Oh, but I got a question though, Street. And you want this barbecued or you want this baked?
Hey man,
Yeah, because you gotta eat that crow.
I got all type of ways. It's all
You gotta
good.
eat that crow, bro. You might well go and get it deep fried, bro.
Long season, so we had a chance to right our wrong. I'd rather this happen early than happen late, host.
That's true. That's what I said. I'd rather get whooped first
Yeah.
than go get mine first. This definitely didn't help the Cowboys' confidence. It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't, man.
Okay, but one thing about Dallas. One thing about Dallas. They always come back, bro. They're a team that always rebound themselves. I'm telling you. Why what I say?
Loss.
What's what I say? They always come back. Teams were 15 last year. Playing for now.
That's true. I seen that stat there. I saw that stat somewhere.
Yeah.
Boy. Cause I mean they take a pound of flesh from you, man. We lost some players in that game.
That shit ain't good, bro.
Physical team.
Word. Shout out to the live chat. Everybody watching us live, man. Everybody, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate all the love up in y'all on a Tuesday night.
It's just they hate the Cowboys, host. That's all it is.
Everybody come see you get that lashes, boy.
My pain.
Yeah, they like some cockroaches can't get rid of.
See, you see what I'm saying? You see what I mean?
Damn, boy.
Back.
All right, Deuce. What do you get out of this game, brother?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got to piggyback off a lot of what Wall Street said. I agree. I think the biggest thing that points out to me is it's more about the Niners than it is about the Cowboys. I think that they just straight up smacked them. Like I know that's what we kind of been saying, but to hold the Dallas Cowboys to less than 200 yards of total offense is pretty impressive. With all the names that they have and the talent that they have over there, you would expect them to get a little bit more than that. Put it in perspective, Brock Purdy had more yards in the entire Dallas Cowboys offense. You know what I'm saying? So 251 yards passing compared to less than 200 yards of total offense, there's no way you can win like that. And the whole trust me, Street, I understand about having players in your organization that do more talking than they do playing sometimes. I had Antonio Brown. I had a cat that was in the locker room after Mike Tomlin's trying to give a speech. He's literally on Instagram. You know what I mean? So I can kind of relate to my best player or one of my best players doing things in the media instead of taking the game seriously.
It's a distraction. Major distraction.
It was just a very impressive win. I told y'all on Saturday and on Tuesday that I was going to be glued to the TV for this game, and I was.
Me too.
I just want to know how many people don't believe in Brock Purdy anymore.
Right.
I mean, some of the things that he was doing isn't just systematic quarterback play. This dude was throwing the ball to people before they were in their break into the second window. Like he was making real life, big time quarterback plays. Yes, does it help that he has McCaffrey, Kittle, Ayuk, Debo? Yes, it does help. But at the end of the day, even George Kittle said it. He said he's not just being a game manager. They don't understand the pressure that we as the team put on him on a day-to-day basis. They don't understand the preparation that goes into it on a weekly basis of what that kid's been doing. He was phenomenal. 7 incompletions. Like I said, he had half of his incompletions. He had 4 touchdowns and 7 incompletions. Like he played phenomenally. As long as Christian McCaffrey is there, it's going to be rough. He didn't even have a crazy game, but he did just enough to keep them ahead of the chains when he needed to. He kept everybody on their toes. That's why George Kittle didn't get tackled the entire night. Every time he touched the ball, he ran for a touchdown. And not many people were around. That double reverse that 2 teams scored on Sunday was impressive. I'm be honest, and you know, I've come on this show after getting beat like a drum, the same way y'all did, even though we scored more points, but and didn't give up 42. Just saying. The 49ers are very impressive, and like Street said, they leave a lot of carnage and wreckage after they play you. Like no one comes out of these games the same after they play the 49ers. And I hate saying this about a team that's not mine, but I lost Deontay Johnson. I lost Cam Hayward against them. You know, they lost Leighton Vander Esch and a host of other players. Like you are not the same after you play this team. Between Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Tafunga back there at safety, Nick Bosa, Javon Hargrave, like they're absolutely dominant and they're physical. And like Sojo said, no one wants to play them right now. Nobody.
I don't want to play them. And that Deuce just came and hit another grand slam with that. I totally agree with you on that, bro. Good Lord, you don't be the same. Shout out to Fred Warner. And oh my God, that dude was all over the place. And Dre Greenlaw.
I mean, just sideline to sideline.
Sideline to sideline, boy. All right, Mark.
Man, this is like batting after Babe Ruth, ain't it?
I'm trying to tell you, boy.
It's like all the hype that we were hearing about the Jets defense all offseason. They're not playing like it, but the team that is playing like the hype that the Jets are receiving is out there in the Bay Area. That 49ers defense ain't no joke, like Deuce and Wall Street said. You know, my question for Street is more along the lines of, I thought the play calling and the offensive production was supposed to get better with Mike McCarthy calling plays versus Kellen Moore calling plays. I know the season's early. I know it always takes time to get acclimated to an offense, but Dak doesn't seem, like comfortable in that Mike McCarthy system yet. He made some good plays early, but I don't know what was going on. So you guys couldn't run the ball, couldn't pass. The timing was off. I agree with you. I think they are missing a dog in that receiver room. I think they're still regretting letting go of Amari Cooper, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Say what you want. I know Coop and Dak, might not have seen eye to eye all the time, might have been bickering and arguing, but on the field of play, they were always in sync with each other. And
absolutely.
I think losing him,
I agree,
is really what caused Dak to throw a lot more interceptions.
TJ Watt,
in my opinion, because he doesn't have that security blanket and sure-handed wide receiver anymore. But I don't know, man. Street, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I remember we were predicting the season. The Street was talking about, the Cowboys gonna go 15-2, 14-3. Yes. I don't know, man. You already got 2 losses already.
They got to win out now, Mark. They got to win out now.
No, we can't let Street get by like that. Street said 17-0.
They got to win out now.
Street said 17-0.
And I mean no disrespect when I say this, but I think Dallas got lucky off of the fact that they played in a weaker division the last couple of years and were able to take advantage of that. And that's why they were consistently making the playoffs. But the NFC East, outside of the Giants, is looking like it's going to give you some problems this year, dog. So y'all got to get it together. Jerry Jones, He a good GM. He should go out there in free agency or try to make a trade or something at the deadline to see what he can get to add to that team. But I think if I'm Dallas, definitely got to find something to cure them red zone woes. Try to see if he can get that run game consistently going and get that comfortable again because he just ain't looking
Where's
like he's
Deuce
fitting the
Vaughn?
offense. They didn't use him. They used him in punt return and garbage time.
Damn.
I think he's gonna probably start getting up some runs now because
You need to.
Turpin is out for 6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to my man Kevontae Turpin from the USFL. One time.
Man, he caught a beautiful touchdown, though. That was a beautiful catch.
I want to talk about what this brother just said. That's the 49er fan when he said Fred Warner should be in the defensive player of the year. There's a reason why. And as long as, and you guys will understand what I'm saying, as long as 97's on that team,
Yep.
and not even if he's the most productive player, but as long as that boy is playing, Fred Warner will never get a chance.
He'll never get a chance, bro. Not even Greenlaw. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Nick Bosa ain't a bad boy, but he just fits a bill that makes it a lot easier to push him in that category. So
Yeah.
It's like a non-quarterback trying to win MVP.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. But
Exactly.
they got a great three-headed monster.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough.
Oh, man. Ever got a chance. All right. The next game, a Monday night game, last night game, man, we have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Green Bay Packers, and the Raiders come up with the win, 17-13 in Allegiant Stadium as the Raiders finally defeat the Green Bay Packers. Start off with Mr. Young Mark. Politics.
I don't know if you guys have heard this stat or not, but the Raiders haven't beaten the Green Bay Packers since 1987. That narrative was pushed so much during this game, and I told you on Saturday, as long as Josh McDaniels stays out of it, we would have a chance to win, and that's what happened. The defense stepped up when they needed to, and shout out Marcus Peters. I was so frustrated with him most of the night, but it turns out that horse collar tackle he had on Watson was the play of the game because Max Crosby ended up stepping up on that drive, and we held them to a field goal instead of them scoring that touchdown because I think if they would have scored the touchdown, we didn't score the rest of the game, so it might have gone to overtime. We could have lost. But shout out to Peters for that play. I wish he would play a little bit more aggressive and stop playing so soft. He was playing off of the receivers too much last night for my liking. I like my cornerbacks to be a little bit physical and try to get in there and tangle with them boys. But I'll take the win. But in the absence of Derek Carr and some of the other locker room leaders, it was a question of who was going to step up and take the charge. And undoubtedly, it's been Max Crosby. Shout out to him. Since we're talking about people who deserve to be in the Defensive Player of the Year race, definitely need to put number 98 in there for real. All respect to TJ Watt, all respect to Nick Bosa and everybody else out there. I don't think anybody means more to their team than 98 does for us. Because truth be told, I think if we didn't have him, things would be a lot rougher in Raider Nation than they already are.
What?
My biggest concern out of this game is going back to my quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, you've been in the NFL way too long to be throwing an interception every game. And that's just unacceptable. You threw one in the end zone against Denver. That was bad. You throwing at least one every other game. You had a really bad one.
In Buffalo.
Week 3, week 2. Just why he keeps turning the ball over, I will never know. Unfortunately for me, we got the win, but Josh McDaniels gets to survive another week as Raiders head coach. But I'll go ahead and celebrate the win right now while I got it because, we haven't beaten the Green Bay Packers since 1987. So shout out to my Las Vegas Raiders one time.
Mm-hmm.
G ain't letting him go, bro.
Man, I can't say I blame.
I don't blame him, bro.
But
you see what
oh man, don't get me started, bro. Because I think we're gonna be regretting that decision for a long, long time. We're not the Indianapolis Colts where you can get rid of Peyton Manning and have Andrew Luck sitting there waiting on you.
Yeah.
When you have somebody who's proven time and time again, on and off the field, that they are your franchise quarterback. You don't get rid of them.
Mhm.
Mark Davis, I don't know if you're out there listening, man, but if you want to go ahead and focus on the Las Vegas Aces, go ahead and do that. But let somebody else get another chance to lead this team.
And the
I
hockey
don't think we're
team.
gonna win too many games with McDaniels and Jimmy G at the helm.
And like I said, and the hockey team, he on boy, god damn boy. Focus on them. All right, streets. Raiders versus the Packers.
Yeah, man, I think it was two evenly matched teams to me. They look like two evenly matched teams. I wrote down, man, field goals will get you beat, man. You know, those field goals will get you beat. They had a chance to down in the red zone to get that score and you know, to tie the game up. Was it to tie the game up or was it to go up? I can't remember which one it was.
Which one, us or Green Bay?
Green Bay when they got down there.
It was to tie it up.
The
It was a
tie.
tie. Yeah, they had a chance to tie it up and had to settle for the field goal, man. So it gets you beat every time, host. It would get you beat every time. So
It will. It will. Yes, sir.
you know, chances to win this game. Garoppolo tried to give it away too, you know.
Yeah.
But your boy tried to give it away. They were just having to give it away, you know, back and forth season.
Give it away. Give it away now.
They end up being your boy young Jordan Love to, you know, be the last one to throw the big pick. So I'm not impressed with y'all, man. Y'all beat a bad team, a young team. Y'all not going nowhere. You're not gonna make the playoffs, Mark.
I mean, you can say that, Street. I mean, but our schedule is pretty favorable over the next couple of games. I mean, the only legitimate team we have coming up on the schedule is the Lions. God help me trying to pick that game, but I mean, other than that, we got the Giants, the Patriots,
Then we got the Patriots
Bears.
next.
I don't see why we can't go a little run.
You can beat those teams. I will say this: y'all probably are those teams. Those are the teams that's probably on y'all level.
New England is seeking. They are seeking to get back, and why not take it out on us?
We can beat the Chargers too. I believe it in my heart, and then we already know we do what we do to Denver every year. So
I want Kansas City.
Don't get
host. I love the Raiders to death, and I'm a diehard Raiders fan. But with this head coach and this quarterback, I don't see that happening, dog. Unless Max Crosby just has an unreal game, I just don't see it.
I want Kansas City, bro. Christmas Day, I want Kansas City.
Yeah, I still got all those promises y'all made in preseason. Don't think I forgot. Philly G said he was going to demolish the 49ers. I still got that. Host said the Raiders are going to beat the Chiefs once. Yeah. Street and Rock said that the Browns are going to win the division. Just want to see how that's turning out for y'all right now.
Yeah, Deuce recording it, boy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I can't blame Deuce.
Start getting our receipts.
Deuce gonna hold you accountable, but
right.
I saw somebody say we should tank for Caleb Williams. Just to address that real quick. I do not want a young quarterback. I don't care how talented they are. I don't want a young quarterback to be paired with Josh McDaniels. That's like putting Jeff Fisher with Jared Goff. It's just not going to work. So with all due respect, if we're going to draft Caleb Williams or one of them young QBs, we need a new head coach.
Yeah. I said what I said. I told Mark that it's only two head coaches that I want. This is just me personally. Is of course Mr. John Harbaugh, and the second coach I would like to have is Steve Wilkes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
yeah.
Hey, Dan Quinn want to get out of the mess that he's in Dallas. I'll welcome him too.
Yeah, Jerry's not gonna let him go. No, Jerry, I don't think
he's gonna have to make a choice. He's gonna keep McCarthy. He's gonna elevate him.
But he got that defense. I think that he got Dallas to where that defense need to be. So I don't think he's just gonna let him go like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mark. I don't think he's a head coach.
No,
Dan Quinn.
Yeah, that's
I think he's a coordinator.
There you go.
I can't let that slide, man. I just can't. I can't just forget it and be like, all right, I trust you. You know, I can't just leave the keys.
Thank you.
That's how I felt about McDaniels, especially after he left the Colts at the altar. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
Just like your boy Canada. He's a coordinator, man.
He's a high school coach.
There you go.
He's
See what I'm
a high
saying?
school coach.
You see what I'm saying? Just because you're there don't mean you can be
I'm be
there.
honest with you, host. I don't think he'd have scored 106 points in that high school game. That's how bad
Oh
that
damn,
dude is.
dude.
No, he's terrible.
Oh
Terrible.
damn.
Some coordinators are meant to just
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. I agree with
Josh
you.
McDaniels was meant to be a coordinator in New England. And
Just because you're here don't mean you can be there.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean? That is a true statement. But I only chose Wilkes because, and I told Mark this in production meeting, I said, you know, Wilkes is just a guy. He really rallied, even though he's a defensive guy, he really rallied Carolina to start winning. And I think they won like the last 6 of their 8 games.
Yeah,
And
Matt Rule had him in shambles, and he had him on a couple of playoffs.
Exactly. So that's why I said Wilkes. And Wilkes is just that type. He's and I'm not putting him on Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin is great. Mike Tomlin is great, one of the greatest coaches of all time. I'm not putting him on that level, but I could put him somewhere in that hallway. It's just a guy that people respect, and it's a guy that you want to play for.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guy you want to play for.
I got a solution for your Matt Canada Blues. We get a chance to get into it, but I got something for you for that.
If it's Josh McDaniels,
It has nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and
Yes, sir.
forewarn you. It has absolutely nothing to do with any football team on any level that I cheer for. But I do have a solution for you.
I don't disagree with you, bro. I mean, it's you're only going to win so many games solely off of your defense. You know, like at one point the score was 10-5. That means our offense didn't score at all. We kicked the field goal and had a safety. That's bad. And then we kicked another field goal. You know, like, and even the play. I don't know if you guys saw it. I know we're supposed to be talking about this other game, but you know, Matt Canada didn't cheer the time we scored because he didn't call the play.
Had the camera on him.
He literally didn't call the play. Kenny looked over, saw Marlon was one-on-one with George, and you know, obviously we know Marlon just came off of foot surgery, so he tested him, and George just ran straight by him. You know, that was all a check. You know, that wasn't anything he's called. He hasn't called anything all season.
That's a check. That's what I'm saying.
We're way too talented to only throw the ball to Jaylen Warren once or twice. I'm be honest, like, you know, there's a reason that Najee looks so bad, you know, and I'm not going to put it all on Najee, but, you know, Matt Canada has a lot to do with that.
Boy, you hit it, man. Boy, you hit all kind of, it's kind of similar to us. That's why Hunter Renfro's disappearing in the shadows.
Yeah.
He's a third and Renfro. Slot machine. Like, Jesus.
I divvy up the blame for Hunter Renfro half and half between McDaniels' offensive scheme, but I'm also starting to put some blame on Jimmy G. Like, Jimmy G just stares down 16, and that's the only person he sees.
Yeah, 16 and 17. You're right about that. What's up with Matt Canada not being happy to win?
Well, G, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if y'all have seen this, but we won a game last year, and it was strictly off the defense. And Matt Canada walks in the locker room cheering, "Let's go!" You know, yeah. And Chris Boswell walks in behind him and goes, "It wasn't because of you. I can promise you that." And that's the kind of that's what your team thinks about you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like when the kicker is confident enough to say that about the offensive coordinator, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a major problem.
I do want to touch on y'all's game yesterday. You know,
sir.
I think the biggest takeaway I had from it, and you know, for a change, I watched the Peyton and Eli version of Monday Night Football, which I really thoroughly enjoyed. But Jimmy Kimmel said, Peyton asked Jimmy Kimmel, if you had a very good comedian, would you keep him in the waiting room or would you put him on the show? And Jimmy was like, you know, obviously I put him on the show, but they were referring to Devontae Adams. When are you guys going to start force feeding him? I mean,
good question.
Just make sure he gets the ball. It took to the third quarter for you to throw him a pass and then come back the next play and throw him a wide receiver screen just to get the ball in his hand.
Great question.
He had 4 targets all night. He is the best player you have on offense and only had 4 targets. Like you gotta fix that. You know what I mean?
I don't know if it can be fixed, dude. I truly believe.
What up, Lyric?
What up, Larry? How about the
Larry.
Bills?
What up,
Y'all
Larry?
win this week. The Bills win this week. I'm asking for a friend. But Deuce, to answer your question, bro, it's entirely on Jimmy G. Jimmy G does not have that gunslinger. Let's take a chance. Let's push the ball down the field, go get it mentality. He's cool with just taking what he can get and saying thank you for the meal afterwards. So
I get that. I get that. But my rebuttal to that would be in a classroom, if there's a teacher, if the whole class fails, is the class bad or is the teacher bad? So what I'm telling you is if Josh McDaniels can't find a way to scheme up to get Devontae Adams open, that's a Josh McDaniels problem as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't deny that.
And to me, it's the targets. Like, you telling me there's only 4 plays in our playbook that's got number 17 as our number 1 option when they're playing one-on-one?
That's the same thing.
He got man coverage, made a dude fall. You threw a screen to the opposite side.
How many screens did he throw? Lord have mercy.
Like, I just didn't understand that. Josh Jacobs finally started to look a little bit like himself last night.
Yeah.
He started to get going. 20 carries for 69 yards is unheard of for him. You know, he gets 20 carries. He's probably up in the 170, 160 range most of the time. You know, but I do think Jimmy is kind of holding y'all back. I do think the lack of being able to test defenses vertically, like you just said, is a problem. But I've watched the Saints force feed Michael Thomas. I've watched the Saints force feed Alvin Kamara. I watched the Steelers when we played against Cleveland, and last week against Baltimore, force feed George Pickens, because those were the dudes that were going to make the team go. I don't care if the dude got 2-3 people on him. Throw it to him, because then you get a aggravated receiver. You get a guy who's not running his routes as much. You're not Aaron Rodgers, so I know he don't trust you as much as he would A-Rod. You know, so I just think it's just you gotta figure it out, bro.
I definitely, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I definitely agree with Deuce. When you got a dog like that, he's the tone setter, so you got to get him.
I don't care if you start throwing him jet sweeps, bring him in the backfield just to get him to touch the rock. Like,
there you go.
He's got to touch the ball.
He should be running.
He has to touch it at least twice.
Yeah, he should be running 7 routes, 9 routes. Ins and out, 4 routes.
Get the Jair assignment the whole night.
Yeah, bro.
And you still didn't throw him the ball.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't understand that. I really didn't.
I understand. I understand
it.
Thank God.
Against the team that traded him.
Yeah. And then Jacoby, you got to be. I was telling Mark, man, I said, we got to be careful, man, with, getting Jacoby going across the middle. God bless it. He was catching through the middle, but man, this dude just had a concussion first game against Denver. Got whacked, on a Jimmy G pass through the middle. Like, you gotta watch it, man. You just really gotta watch it. And one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get out of the way, is with McDaniels, they really ticked me off. It was 2nd and 1, and he runs a quarterback sneak, and I'm like, what? Wait, what?
With a quarterback who's playing in his first game out of concussion protocol,
who has a body like a piece of toilet paper, and I'm like, wait a minute, second, wet. I'm like, bro, wait a minute, this dude ain't Jalen Hurts. Yeah. I mean, why would you do that? And it was so bad. Troy Aikman said, man, that could have been 3rd and 7. Yeah. Why would you do that? You got so much field. You got Josh Jacobs. I mean, I don't. You got a doula. Run a doula. Like, I just, man, bro. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let it be.
I just got an alert on my phone. There is now a blizzard warning in the depths of hell right now, because me and Deuce are actually in sync with each other, and I fully agree with everything that he said. He jogged my memory about a play from that game last night. Instead of force feeding Devontae Adams, my man's
we get a lot of points. I know, right? I got you, Deuce.
My man, instead of force feeding Devontae Adams, Jimmy Garoppolo tried to force feed it to Jacoby Myers in triple coverage, and thank God the Packers didn't pick it off. So, at this point, man, I say hell with it, man. Let's go ahead and play Aiden O'Connell, because at least with Aiden O'Connell, he ain't scared to throw it to Devontae or try to throw it downfield. But
very true. Dude. Lyric says it's okay, Deuce. I'm hurting too. Yeah.
I ain't hurting. I'm good. I'm 3-2.
Hey, but can I return the favor to Deuce real quick, host, since he was so kind to me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So my solution for you, Deuce,
Back to right.
I just want to say this. I am of sound mind and memory when I say this. Here's a gift for you, Deuce. There's a former head coach as a free agent right now. He doesn't have a football job at the moment. He runs a very innovative offense that would allow the Pittsburgh Steelers to come into the 21st century while also staying true to Steeler football. He's flirted with the idea of coaching in the NFL in the past, but he always decided to stay at school. I think y'all should part ways with Canada and reach out to David Shaw, the former head coach at Stanford, and see what he can cook up for you. He's worked with guys like Andrew Luck. He's put guys like Kevin Hogan and my man's down in Houston, who was the starting quarterback last year.
He did something for McCaffrey, didn't he?
Yeah,
McCaffrey.
he was the head coach when McCaffrey was there. He studied under Coach Harbaugh. He took over after Harbaugh left Stanford. So if you're looking for an innovative offensive mind to kind of help your offense out and bring it to the modern era,
that'd be cool.
I look at him.
I'm not mad at that. The other name that comes to mind, who apparently has been showing interest in this job, is a former Steeler quarterback, Byron Leftwich. Apparently Byron has called, and even when it was rumors over the offseason that we were getting rid of Matt Canada, he kind of put his name in to be a consultant. I think his hope was to get in as a consultant. They decided to get rid of Canada, bump him up to OC, which I'm perfectly fine with. But it seems that we kind of give him the cold shoulder. I don't know. What the reason for that is. I don't know if, I know Tomlin's not one of those type of guys where he gives out jobs. He makes you earn it. But, since Matt Canada has been our offensive coordinator, the Steelers haven't had a 400-yard game, and every team in the NFL has done it 4 times at least. And we haven't done it once.
I'm with the Byron Leftwich because there's nothing like having a coordinator being a former player.
Yeah,
because that way that coordinator been on the field, so that coordinator has been under pressure. Mm-hmm. That coordinator has felt the wrath of defenses, so now that coordinator knows how to get out, and teach others. I'm with Byron Leftwich would definitely turn that.
Yeah, I'd like to see him as the OC.
And Mark, what you said about Wise, man, yeah, I'm with it. I say I'm with it, but I mean that'll be cool. That'll be cool for Pittsburgh. That would definitely be cool for Pittsburgh. I'm with it on that. All right, man. That was the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. So now, real quickly, man, we're gonna go ahead and reveal who is gonna get the King of Prediction championship for Week 5.
Street, you not confident, brother?
I know parlays this weekend. I had a bad week.
I felt confident until last night. Last night kind of made me nervous, to be honest.
1987, huh? Was Scanton, right? Wasn't that the term she used? They were going to join the Steelers in that club and beat the Raiders.
That's exactly what I said. Like Wisconsin.
I ain't forget, dog. We meet again, my friend.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Oh, boy.
Rockstar Rock.
Okay.
Rockstar Rock is the king of predictions for Week 5. All to his lonesome.
That damn T-Rock.
Shout out to Rockstar Rock.
Shout out to him.
Congratulations, brother.
You are the champ, sir. You are the champ, Rockstar Rock. Rockstar Rock is taking home that King of Predictions championship that he's been looking for. He's been looking for that, boy. He finally got it, man. So Rockstar Rock is the winner of Week 5 and bring up the numbers real quick. Oh boy. Bring up the rear. It was Q Dog.
Damn.
Q Dog bringing up the rear. Q Dog went 4 and 10.
Ooh.
Damn.
4 and 10. 5th place, Wall Street. 5 and 9. 5 and 9. Behind him was Lyric. Lyric went 8 and 5.
Okay.
Lyric went
Winning
8
record.
and 5.
That's the winning record.
And why not have it? The Deuce and the Mark. They both tied at 8 and 6.
Sick of you, Mark.
And coming in second place, Philly G, the Maverick. He was 9 and 5. Philly G. And of course, the new champ, Rockstar Rock, 11 and 3.
Damn.
11 and 3.
Did you win any money off of it, Rob? That's the question. That's what I want to know.
DraftKings like a mother.
Yeah,
He
he
should
should
have
have
been DraftKings. Yeah, he should have
Hey,
been
host,
DraftKings.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yes, sir.
is T-Rock, did he join the exclusive club with me as being the only men who have ever held every championship that Real Sports Podcast has to offer?
Yeah, he
Solo.
did.
Solo holding.
Yeah, he
I
said.
was about to say, hold on, bro. You better specify.
He said
That's
that
what-
won
I got them all too.
Yes, sir.
I just had to share them with you.
Yeah.
There you go, Rockstar Rock.
I think,
Rockstar Rock,
am I
man.
wrong with that, host? Did he join the club?
He did. Yes,
Grand
sir, he
Slam. What's up, man?
did.
Dude, she got next week, bro. I got confidence in you.
I'm doing my best. I know I'm gonna start off easy on Thursday. I can tell you that.
Rockstar Rock is the champ. Oh, go ahead to comment. Who was that? Oh, I'm sorry. Lyric. Rock said, appreciate y'all.
Yes,
No,
sir.
man. BG. Be used to second place at this point.
God, this is the best. This is the best rivalry. Second best rivalry in the group right now. I think obviously it's me and Mark.
Yeah,
It's just natural at this point.
yeah.
But Philly G and GC's rivalry is absolutely
Yeah,
hilarious.
they on that fantasy, boy.
Yeah, it's pretty
hard body.
hilarious, bro.
They on that fantasy hard body, bro. Good
Hey,
Lord.
GC got to step it up in fantasy, man. You went second to last place down there with Wall Street, dog. What's going on?
Wall Street catching strays.
Hey, it ain't gonna get no easier for him. Wall Street got to go up against me this week.
Ooh.
I got T.
I get payback from that Hornets trivia, my guy.
Hey, you not fair.
Oh man, he's coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you.
Turn around.
Oh man, shout out again to Rockstar Rock. He is the week 5 king of predictions. Your Highness. Rockstar Rock is on the throne. All right, man. Of course, man, that is our show for today. As always, man, we want to thank you for watching another episode of Sports Talk About. Man, please show the love, show the show some love. Show the podcast panel right here some love, man. Hit that thumbs up for them. Hit that thumbs up for them. And you first timers, man, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Stay updated with us, stay involved with us, man. Trust me, hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. And also follow us on Twitter and the Facebook group, the Real Sports group, man. Follow us, join us. The Deuce. Take us out.
Hey man, like we say every week, we appreciate everybody for just coming and hanging out with us, man. We're all family here, and that's the kind of environment that we try to set for everybody. We'll be back Saturday. Come hang out with us. We appreciate you. Thank you for your support.
Yes,
We
sir.
out.
The Deuce. And before I get up out of here, I got the human calendar, Mark. He won't let me get to it. Really quick. Before we get out of here, of course, I want to go through. Oh, there it is. Thursday pick. Quick pick. Got the quick pick, man. Thursday game. The Denver Broncos is going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh boy. Broncos and Chiefs this Thursday. Quick pick. The Deuce.
How about those Chiefs?
The Chiefs it is. Streets.
I'm gonna roll with the Chiefs too, man.
The Chiefs. The Chiefs. Ma.
I ain't gonna never turn down some good barbecue, so you know where I'm going with it.
I hear you, man. It's probably gonna be a unanimous Chief around the way. Call my team, man. All right, man. Again, man. Get those picks in. Philly G, Rockstar Rock. Get them picks in, man. Lyric, get them picks in. Broncos and Chiefs this Thursday. We will find out who gonna win that. It look like everybody saying Kansas City, but y'all know me, man. Go Broncos, I guess. Go Broncos. I can't stand them, bro. Go Broncos. But again, like Duke said, man, we will be back in the building live this Saturday with more NFL content as yours truly. The Real Sports Podcast panel will share their picks for week 6. So join us live right here on YouTube at 1 p.m. Until then, man, keep believing in your team. And most importantly, man, believe in yourself and keep that NFL love alive. And everyone, before I get going, the Deuce. My bad. Streets.
All right, people, take it easy.
Yes, sir. And Young Mark. Yes, sir. Around the world, everybody around the world. Until then, we will see you guys 1 p.m. Saturday, podcast panel. They got the picks, week 6. Until then, everybody around the world, be safe and stay safe. We are out.